Today we're going to discuss about idioms. Now, when we write, when we speak also in our conversations also, we use some expressions which are very different from actually we are talking about, but they add more meaning to our conversation. And they give a very different touch to the whole conversation that we are talking about. It might like sometimes make it a little humorous, it might be meaningful, it will convey a deeper message. Okay, now here, as I've just discussed with you, we've talked about phrases, we know what clauses, right? Today we are going to discuss about idioms. Now idioms, they are expressions, and expressions are used to make our conversation, whether it is speaking, and to make our writing better. Okay, now when you look at the idiom, they are a group of words, and when you read them, you will think that what could it mean? How can I use it in a sentence? And let us not go at what the words say. We will understand the meaning of those words. So the dictionary meaning here, it might be very, very different from what the words are trying to convey. So like, yes, we have, when we talk about, like expressions here. So they might be used to comparisons, they might be used to give compliments, they might be used to make fun of a situation, to add humor to it. That is what idioms are about. In your Hindi language, Punjabi language, you also use that, no? Right? करते मुहावरे and all use, right? So they are that only. Idioms are like that only. Okay, and so when you look at the language of the idioms, they're very different, and you try to guess the meanings here. What is the meaning here? But the meaning is very, very different from what the group of words are trying to convey. So let me just see. Let's just give an example here, like. Keep my fingers crossed, right? Yes, so right, so I kept my fingers crossed during the competition, hoping to win a prize. So when do we keep our fingers crossed? That is best of luck, isn't it? Right? Yeah, so right, so all the best for the competition. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for you, isn't it? Right? And otherwise also we also do cross our fingers, isn't it? Right? So we want to keep it fingers crossed. How does it mean? And we can never anticipate that these group of words will have this meaning. So what's the name? Now look here. There's another word. Found his feet. Where had his feet disappeared? They were not visible. It was too foggy, cloudy. What had happened? Where did he find his feet? So what does it mean? It means to be comfortable, to find your feet, right? That means to become comfortable, right? So he initially faced a lot of problem in the new company, but soon he found his feet. Matlab, comfortable ho gaya, right? He got used to it. Fine. Yes. Now we are going to look at, yes, so he found his feet, that he got comfortable, right? Yeah. Now look here. So let us just go through a few examples here. The sentences are not given. We are going to make these sentences here. Right. Let's see here. Okay. Take the bull by the horns. What do you think it literally means? What does it literally mean? So what does it mean? Take the bull by the horns. Like, what do you imagine when you read this? What does it mean? Now, oh God, how do you take a bull by the horn? It must be someone who's very brave. right? You think someone who is they're a very brave person, a very sporty person, or a farmer, right? Yeah, who is that who's taken the bull by the horns because only he can control it. But what does it mean? It means to face up to or deal with a difficult situation or a problem, right? To handle a situation, to face a situation. Can you use this in a sentence? So what happens when you take the bull by the horns? You've controlled something. Otherwise, if you let the bull go, it might create a lot of damage. It might hurt someone, but you control that difficult situation. Can you make a sentence using it? Can you make a sentence using taking the bull by the horns? Yes? Make a sentence. So although it was a difficult course to complete, he decided to be very regular and take the bull by the horns, isn't it? Right? And of course, here, like it could be about the rising COVID cases. Yeah. Yes, let's see. Come on, all of you, write down your sentence. Yes, it's a difficult time. Very good. The team took the bull by the horn while they facing loss, right? Or maybe a company is facing a loss, and how they addressed the problem and they took the bull, right? So they discharged, or you can say they removed a few employees who were dishonest and corrupt and took the bull by its horns. Okay, right? So bull by the horn किसी को रोक लेना, किसी को deal करना, handle करना the situation. Work like clockwork. How does a clock move? How does a clock move? It'll keep on moving, right? The clock will be on time. Who can get late? You can get late. I can get late. I can wake up early. I can get it late. I make 2 days to complete my work, but the clock is going to move on time. It's going to be what? Very precisely. There is going to be no change in its pattern, right? Work like clockwork. Okay, right. So just like the clock moves, can we make a sentence? This idiom can be guessed, work like, so just like a clock, work like clockwork. It keeps on moving. Right, make a sentence with this. Make a sentence using this. Let's see, make a sentence. Anji Dia, you have to make a sentence. Okay, right. Yes. So you can predict the time of the day by looking at Sana because she works like clockwork, isn't it? Right? Fine. Or she never loses a moment in the day as she works like clockwork. Everything very precisely, very accurately, never going away. The pot calling the kettle black. The pot calling the kettle black. What's a kettle? Can you tell me what's a kettle? What is a kettle? Yes, what's a kettle? So you pour tea from it, you pour water, yeah, and the kettle is there. You have these big kettles where the water is kept to boil, to make tea and all. A pot in which you cook. What has happened to both of them? Being on the stove for a long time, the pot is black, the kettle has also become black. But the pot calling the kettle black. The pot is also black because it's been on the stove for so long, and it is calling the kettle black. It itself is having a problem and is calling somebody else, right? Yeah. Okay. Can you make a sentence with this? This is simple. The pot calling the kettle black. You have a fault yourself and you are taking out faults in others. Right? Yes. So Sham was caught cheating in the paper. Yeah, used to store tea, it's used to pour liquids, right? But he blamed his friend for disturbing him during the exams. Imagine the pot calling the kettle black, right? So you can use your idioms like this also. It's not necessary to replace an expression. It can be used in addition to that also, right? Yes. Can you make a sentence now? The pot calling the kettle black. Pot be black hair, and it's calling the kettle also black. Both are kept on the stove. Both are kept on the stove. They turn black with a period of time, but one is blaming the other. Can you make a sentence using this? Yes. So you can say the citizens are also responsible for the huge traffic jams in the city, but they do not cooperate with, but they call the police corrupt, right? So, right, it is the pot calling the kettle black. You're finding fault in others when you yourself are not obeying the rules, isn't it? Right? So can you make similar sentences? Can you make sentences? Yes, yeah, very good. He calls his brother lazy, but he never does his work on time. It's a case of the pot calling the kettle black. Very nice. Now, a fair weather friend. A fair weather friend. Fair weather, कैसे weather होता है? अच्छा weather. और अच्छा weather सबको अच्छा लगता है, isn't it? Right? So a fair weather friend. So when the weather is nice, people turn up. Weather here is when your conditions are good. When you are going through a good time of life, you will find many people will come to you. But when the weather becomes stormy, becomes cloudy, becomes rainy, everybody disappears. So like that, fair weather friend, when the weather is good, when the conditions are good, these people, they come. But they disappear when you are in bad times. Is this clear? Fair weather. जब अच्छा मौसम होता है, everybody comes outside to enjoy the weather. But when it rains, when it is stormy, when it is foggy, what happens? Everybody goes inside. Like that in life, it happens. So we see few people, right, who will be there with us in our troubled times. So fair weather friend. Someone who stops being your friend when you are in trouble. Right? So it could be, yeah, let's make a sentence. Let's make a sentence. Make a sentence, please. This is easy. Fair weather friend. These are easy, you know. So when I'm in trouble, my friend, but where is fair weather friend? Right? I've always been there to help my friend. Yes. Yes. Okay, very nice. Rohan started ignoring Rahul when he got bankrupt. He is truly a fair weather friend. A fair weather friend. Fair weather friend, जो अच्छे मौसम में ही आता है. Bad weather हो जाए तो he disappears. Okay? The fair weather friend will be a person who turns up when you are in a good time, but will not be there when you are in trouble. Okay? Right? Yes. So you can say Ramesh had helped Rohan in the time of his need, but when he wanted a loan himself, or when he wanted money himself, Rohan turned out to be a fair weather friend. Okay, right? So you can use this expression. See, this is there, you know, like, yeah. Okay. Yeah, don't write such long sentences. Okay, they can be short ones, brief ones also. So very good, nice one. Next is deliver the goods. So who delivers the goods for you? Your couriers or your people there, your things which you have asked, they deliver the goods. That means they come and give their things on time, isn't it? So deliver the goods. So do what is expected of one. Do as promised. Elections are around the corners. What about our politicians? What do they do? So our politicians, they promise to deliver the goods during or before the elections, but after the elections, they disappear. Is this correct? Yes, deliver the goods, apni promises, do what is expected. Okay, yeah. And you can say that the teacher encouraged the students to perform well in the exams, and the students were able to do what? Deliver the goods. Yes, is that a sentence? Right, very nice. So we can do that. Yeah, so right. I have to deliver the goods. Very nice. So, right, you can talk about our doctors, our all workers who are there, right? Businessmen or your politicians here, anything. So, deliver the goods, a promise which you have to do, which you're required to fulfill. Explore all avenues. Explore, yes? Explore all avenues. सब जगह देखना, सब चीजें ट्राई करना, right? Yes. I am not in a hurry to choose a job. I want to explore all avenues. Yes, right? Okay. So before settling down in my career, in my life, I want to, yes, right, or yes, it is, I'm not in a hurry to take up a job. I want to explore all avenues before finalizing. Yes, we can. Okay, let me see what all is there. Explore all avenues. Yes, okay, fine, good, good, good. Very nice, very nice. Next one, shake like a leaf. What happens to the leaf? When does it shake? When the wind blows, it's shaking, right? In windy weather. So when do you shake? When do you shake like a leaf? It's a simile here, it's a comparison. When do we shake like a leaf? Dar gaye ho, you're scared, you're nervous, isn't it? Right? So all the students, they shake like a leaf before their results. Yes? Right? The brave hunter shook like a leaf in front of the tiger. Yeah? You can see this? Right. So shake like a leaf is easy. Nice, easy one. Yeah, before my result, I was shaking like a leaf. Right. As plain as the nose on your face. So when you look at somebody's face, the nose is very, very clearly visible. In fact, all the features of the face here, nose is one thing which is very clear, right? It's quite obvious, right? I don't know why people don't follow instructions mentioned on the, you can say what, the notice board. The instructions are as plain as the nose on your face. Very, very clear, right? The guidelines are issued again and again, and they are as plain as the nose on your face, but people do not follow them, right? They're very obvious. They're very easy to understand, right? Okay, as plain as the nose on your face. So it is very easy to put this table together with instructions given. It is as plain as the nose on your face, right? So you want to put something together, you want to do a craft and all, just by following the instructions, you can do it. It is something easy to understand, something easy to do, okay? Right, reading a book is there, or following the instructions. Yeah, okay, fine. Now here, let us say which of these idioms can we use. I wish she wouldn't call me quarrelsome all the time. She herself is moody and pugnacious. It is a case of, come on, hurry up, give me the answers. It is a case of she herself has faults and she is taking out problems with the others. What is it? What is it? It is a case of, yeah, let me see. The pot calling a kettle black. Very nice. We must dash before we decide on a venue for the party. We must explore all avenues. Very correct. We must Explore all avenues. Yes. Next is we had practice for the annual day and everything dash during the function. Everything. Tick, 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 tick. What? Worked like clockwork. Very good. Yes. So everything worked like clockwork. Yeah. Manvi was so nervous before the competition that this you can tell without even looking at the idioms. What would come over here? Mansi was so nervous before the competition that she was shaking like a leaf. She shook like a leaf, right? Yes. It's dash that you did not do your work and are just making excuses. Yes. It is nose. What? It is as plain as the nose on your face that you did not do your work and are just making excuses. As usual, Geeta hasn't finished her assignment. She never takes the bull by horn on time. Yeah. Okay, when the or even the next one also. Let's see what can come over here. She never delivers the goods on time. Sixth one can be she never delivers the goods on time. When the school bus was constantly late, our parents decided to take the bull by horn and complain to the principal. Very nice. Okay, you all got the answers. Last one, what could be? My friend started avoiding me the moment I realized I needed money. He proved to be a what friend? Fair weather friend. Now, when you are writing your speeches, you write your debates, you write your stories, I want you to use what? Idioms. And your writing will look much better. Your speech will sound very different, isn't it? So you're going to use these when you're in your story. Now, there are some which have colors in them, right? Let's start with what could they mean? Waving a red flag to a bull. What is said when you show a red flag to a bull? You show a red scarf or a red flag. What happens to the bull? It seems it attacks that person. It gets angry. Yeah. Okay. So waving a red flag to a bull, making someone angry, isn't it? So don't be on, don't be late for the class. It's like waving a red flag to a bull, right? You definitely get punished. Black eye, a bruise around the eye. When you get a black eye, you're hit by someone, a black eye, right? So he got a black eye in the boxing ring. Right? These ones are easy. Once in a blue moon. When do you see a blue moon? Do you see the blue moon every month? No, we don't see it. So, right? Yes, so he really comes to my house and it is once in a blue moon that I see him, right? So my cousin is very busy in his work and once in a blue moon I get to see him. Very rarely I get to see him. Black sheep. Baba, black sheep. Yes, so what is black sheep? Someone who is considered a failure, right? So you can say that Mr. Sharma is very proud of his daughter's achievements and it's his son who turned out to be the black sheep of the family, that he has not done what he is considered a failure. He's not done well in life. Okay. Go red as a beetroot. Go red as a beetroot. Your color becomes red when you are embarrassed, right? So you can say like my teacher praised me so much that I became as red as a beetroot. You're so embarrassed. To be white as a ghost, to look pale and very frightened, right? So when she heard of the accident of her cousin, so she became as white as a ghost, right? Yeah. Blue in the face. Blue in the face. You know, like what? You can't open something or you're making efforts here to complete something. You go blue in the face with all the efforts, with a lot of effort and for a long time without success. right? So he got blue in the face by, like trying to put up the tent, making an effort or trying to flying a kite, made him blue in the face, unsuccessful. White elephant. White elephant, something which is quite rare, and a white elephant, something that costs a lot of money, it's something useless, right? So like say you bought a big house. So the big house that Mr. you can say Chawla bought is a white elephant because his family members shifted abroad. Nobody is living there. He spent so much of money. That house is lying vacant. Red herring. Oh, we are over the period also, is it? Yes. So please go through that red herring to take away attention. So someone's trying to cause distraction, right? In this, right? Someone is there something so that you don't discuss the main point. Red herring. Pink of health. Oh, we love it. I hope you're in the pink of health. Isn't it? This is one idiom that we all use a lot. Okay, so please go through the idioms. Yeah, no, but they were not white elephants during the lockdown, right? You can say that some shopping malls in the city are white elephants, as they have never been used, or they've never been opened for the public, right? Okay, so with this, I think so we come to the end of the period, and we meet on Monday. We're going to continue with our